How does a $7 debt owed to a condo association turn into a lien against the owner for more than $13,000? We're looking into alleged abuse of liens and other fees by some court-appointed receivers, all of whom were assigned by the courts to protect the association's interests and finances. Now we've discovered that owners and judges are taking a second look. Miami-Dade Judge Victoria Sigler is not a happy jurist.
I'm a fireman. I put out the biggest fire, and this has become a big fire on my lap.
The judge is talking about the situation at International Park Condominium 1, specifically the units that were placed under a receiver by the court. Receivers are supposed to rescue distressed units and recover association fees. Judge Jennifer Bailey is the chief administrative judge in the 11th Circuit.
Receiverships exist to benefit the association.
But do they? CBS 4 obtained a statement for Unit 406 at International Park 1. Between September of 2013 and July of 2014, the receiver claimed payments totaling $11,429 for the unit. Of that, the association was paid only $4,351. The remaining $7,078 went to the receiver and other companies.
No receiver is ever going to file a report that says, I'm a liar and I'm cheating them. If the receivership is benefiting more than the association, then obviously that's something that should be drawn to the court's attention.
So we showed Bailey one of many liens issued by a company called APG Partners. This one is against the unit at Las Vistas at Doral. What's listed as a $6.81 unpaid assessment became a claim by the receiver totaling $13,551. Another unpaid association assessment of $462.70 at a unit at Lago Grande in Hialeah suddenly became a claim of lien of more than $21,000. Bailey admits the courts don't know what some receivers are doing.
That's right.
I'm just curious what you might have done to believe that you earned a fee of $2,500 a year at number 530.
Sigler is questioning Caridad Ortega, the receiver for International Park 1 and other associations. That's because one condo owner got a lawyer and began demanding answers.
Unfortunately, they tried to take the law into their own hands and charging excessive fees and locking her out of her own property.
That owner even provided the judge with a phony court order that had been taped to her front door.
Well, I seriously doubt this was my order because I rarely write orders in crayon.
Sigler was furious.
I regret to inform you that your client's position as receiver as of today is going to be ended.
But would Sigler's actions be enough to stop the collection of 13 liens we discovered, all filed by Ortega on May 16th of last year? Each was for $5,000 without any details. When a CBS 4 producer tried to ask her about the liens...
So why you're filing claims of liens for $5,000 and no details?
No comment.
Ortega left down the courthouse stairwell and has refused all requests for an interview. When we showed up at her office in Coral Gables, we discovered she worked right next door to APG Partners, who had also filed many of the liens we uncovered.
And
That's correct, Your Honor.
who's APG Partners?
That is a collection agency that works for the association.
A month later, we returned to APG to ask them questions. Their offices had been trashed and abandoned, according to the landlord. He says the company owed 90 days back rent and even broke into the office after he changed the locks.
And the cops came.
The cops came and I told them they were burglarizing the space. It was open. I mean, it was a locked space. And it had been abandoned, so under the terms of the lease, it was my space.
Now, APG and Caridad Ortega's lawyer sent a statement to us that says they did not abandon their offices. They say it's a dispute with the landlord over money. The lawyer also claims that Ortega collected more than $86,000 for the association during her 13 months as their receiver. In January, both APG and Ortega agreed to drop their liens against units in International Park 1 condo. Coming up tomorrow night, we discover other condos throughout South Florida that have identical problems. Could yours be on the list? That's tomorrow night, right here on CBS 4 News at 6.